What is up, guys? You know me, I'm Jay, DCA Adventure. Back again with a video on how to use Fibonacci retracements. This is not financial advice, trade at your own risk. And if you guys like our content, please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And if you want super secret access to the private rooms in our Discord, you can join the Patreon group. My tier is Trading with the View. By joining my tier, you will get access to the DCA Trading View and all other DCA scripts. I'd like to give a shout out to Doge Lord Apparel. I do believe you guys can go over there and get some sweet DCA swag, and if you use the coupon code free shipping, you will get free shipping on all of your order. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Going to start off with Coin Codex. It's kind of like Coin Market Cap and CoinGecko. This is a site that I use to look at stuff. It has everything that CoinMarketCap and the CoinGecko and all of them have. So I just like them. I don't like CoinMarketCap that much, so I try to support the other people. But as you can see, we got a pretty much green day. I mean, obviously we dumped so much in the last couple of days that had to get a green day in there sometime. But total market cap is 148 billion, and Bitcoin dominance is 65.12%. Total volume is 97 billion. Bitcoin's price today, right now at 8:49 p.m., is $5,341, up 6.8%. Last 24 hours. That's pretty good. I know if you guys were in the premium group, you would have gotten the long call signal. We'll go back in the Discord and take a look at it before the video is over. But we had a nice short. We posted a short signal. We went short and exited out for profit, switched long, and caught the big run up. I think we went long in the 51 area, maybe high 5,000s. And, you could have ran it all the way up to 54, 55, however high we went up to, 54, I think. On some exchanges, Bybit, I know where I trade, we were up at around in the 5,400 area. As you can see, though, Bitcoin's up 6.29%, Ethereum's up 5%, XRP 3.59%, USDT is down. And then for any of you new traders, you guys, pay attention to that. You see USDT starts going red, Bitcoin's going to start pumping, vice versa. Bitcoin Cash, 6.87%, $183. I mean, guys, this is a time to be buying. All this stuff is super cheap. Just because we're in the green doesn't mean that, you can't dollar cost average into it a little bit and add to the bags. XLM, I like XLM. They're up 5.3% at a little over 3 pennies. Tron's up a little over a penny. ADA, Cardano, penny and a half. Chainlink, man, should be loading up on this right now. I bought a little bit 2 days ago, but yeah, I mean, even this is still a good price. Definitely get in on that. Also, guys, I've been using Celsius Network. I have deposited $1,000 into that account, letting it run on the stable coin interest rate. I do believe I got in for 12.8%. I think that was only running for a couple weeks, though, and it'll jump back down to around 8% weekly. Most of your stable coins are going to be red today, as you can see. True USD, Sens, I've never even heard of them. MakerDAO, MakerDAI, they're down. Echo, single collateral DAI. Let's go up here and take a look and see where we stand from the all-time highs. So right now, Bitcoin's sitting at 73.21% in the red since all-time high. So when you look at it this way, it makes buying it a little bit easier. Ethereum down 92.58% since all-time high. So I mean, that's crazy, guys. XRP's down 96%. And so, I mean, you turn around and buy it right now at the current price, and we go back to all-time highs. I mean, you just made a killer gain. Litecoin 90%. We're not even going to say this one. EOS is down 91%, 73% on BNB. Tezos 88%, and they're not even that old. That's kind of crazy. Stellar Lumens almost 96%. Tron 96%. Cardano 98%. Yeah, so guys, this is a killer time to buy. I definitely try to dollar cost average if you can. This is not financial advice, but me personally, dollar cost averaging into a lot of these. I only like a certain few, so I did pick up a little bit of Litecoin. I got a little bit of Stellar Lumens, a little bit of Cardano. I got some Chainlink. I do like Ethereum Classic. I don't know if I'm going to buy any of that. Make yourself rich with the Dogecoin, guys. 91.05% from all-time high there. And you got 199.37 million market cap. And this thing's pretty cool. You can go through here and you can, change it to whatever you want. You want to go to the last 24-hour, boom. You can show all coins. You can show top 50, 100, 200. Make your own watch list. I probably just screwed it all up. Gainers versus losers. We've had 88% of the crypto market gain today versus 12% that lost. Like I said, a lot of those are going to be the stable coins. Any time that we are pumping, the stable coins are going to be in the red. Obviously, people are getting out of the stable and into the Bitcoin, which really irritates the crap out of me that Bitcoin did not pump during the dumps of the stock market. You would have figured that people would have flocked to the crypto. I guess it didn't quite work out that way. About a week and a half, we were talking about how Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency overall was correlating with the stock market. And the other day I was sitting there and I caught a nice short as watched the market just start dumping and unloading. And as soon as it did, it wasn't very long after Bitcoin followed suit. So something to keep an eye on. I think everything today across the board has went up, including stock market. So we are still correlating until we don't correlate. So as soon as you see the stock market dump again and we start pumping, and I'm talking a big pump, and we break that correlation, then that's when it will happen. No one knows when it will. All right, guys. Go over here to Fibonacci retracements. DCA does have a script for this. If you guys don't know how to draw the Fibonacci retracements, there's a little more to what I'm going to show you today. This will probably be a part 2 video, because not only do you have Fibonacci, but then you have Fibonacci retracements, and then you have the Fibonacci extension. And it's two different things. Your Fibonacci retracements, you're looking to find your entries with, and your Fibonacci extensions is what you would use to find or take profits. It's kind of confusing, but kind of not. I'm not going to go into the mumbo jumbo of how they calculate these lines, but basically, if you can look at a chart and you can scroll out and you can find your support and your resistance, the obvious areas, then Fibonacci is really not that hard to learn. And you don't want to use Fibonacci retracement by itself. You want to use something else with it that will give you confirmation. I like to use the RSI, when I'm looking at retracement levels. And basically what we're doing with the fib tool is we are trading trends. Okay, this only works in a trending market. Okay, so retracements happen when, and I'll just give you an example. We're going to move the candles down here, and let me see here. Dang it. Basically, there's a couple things involved in your retracements and how all this works, but when a retracement happens is basically you have, I'll turn all these guys, you got this guy, this guy, get a couple more guys in here. I think it helps better if you can kind of see doing it this way, see what I'm actually talking about. Okay, so retracements happen when you have buyers that are these guys. They're buying the market, so they're pushing up the price, and then all of a sudden they start taking their profit, and as they're taking their profit, that's when we come back down, and we want to buy into the trend the same direction at a lower price. So what happens is it goes up, everybody starts taking their profits, they're getting out, we have the inevitable pullback, okay? And then Jim, Tom, and Jerry, they go right back into what they were doing, and they jump right back into the game, and they start buying the market, and they start pushing it back up for the continuation. And then you get that guy off of here. I don't know why he went crazy. And then they push it up, continuation, and then they take profits again. So this right here is the pull. These are the retracements whenever it falls back. And basically what you are trying to do, that's the retracement there. All we're trying to do is catch it at the right spot, wherever the retracement is. So if you look at market structure, you know that we always look left, and that's going to tell you the story. If you're looking left, you will be able to see, what was previous resistance should become new support. So previous resistance over here, new support over here. And what you would do in an uptrend, when we are trending up in the market, you're going to go over here to your toolbar. I'm on TradingView. Most exchanges that I'm using right now have TradingView charts. Your toolbar will be right here over on the left. I have it favorited on my favorite toolbar. But where you're going to find this is you're going to go 1, 2, 3 down from the crosshair, and you're going to click on the little arrow right there. Here's where you're going to find your fib retracement and your fib extension tool. Today we're only going to talk about the fib retracement. So you'll click on that. I have mine highlighted. But when we are in an uptrending market, you are going to take the lowest point on that time frame, and you're going to pull it to the highest point of that time frame. So the swing low to the swing high. And then you would flip this around and do the complete opposite. If we were in a downtrend, you are going to go swing high and pull down to the swing low. So here we are going to click on our fib tool. We got it. Here's our swing low down here. And we're going to pull up to our swing high, which is up here. Now these fib lines are basically just to give you a guesstimation and get you into the area of where the retracements should happen. To find out, this is where you're going to put your entries. This is how you're going to find your entries, okay? And to find your exits, that's when you will use the fib extension tool, and you will pull from your swing low, swing high, back down to your swing low, and it will put your graph on there. There is a few lines on here that are important areas to watch. Most fib stuff that you guys see, people will talk about these lines. Most important are your 382, your 5, and your 618. These are the most common areas that we retrace to. There's a different way to pull the Fibonacci. If you are using the fib extension, the lines will have different numbers on them. It would be like 1.168, 1.786, 5, 1.382. But basically, you're starting at 100, and you'll end up here at the 1. Let's get that off of there, and we'll pull up the candles, and I'll kind of show you exactly what, how you can pull this, and how you can use your RSI in conjunction with the Fibonacci retracement tool to kind of figure when you should buy, when you should sell. So right now we're on the 1 hour chart, and we know that we have shot way down. So let's go to the swing high, to the swing low. You count wicks. I count wicks. You count wicks. I guess it just kind of depends on how everything lines up too. But as you can see, right here, we have a line of resistance. Here we have a line of resistance. And here we had a little bit of support. But how you can use the RSI with this, because most people, you know, we're all looking at the same fib areas. So if you are seeing that we are bouncing off one, everybody else is seeing that. So a lot of times, you know, it's going to happen. You know, if everybody's looking at the same thing, fruition will come to light and everything will fall into place just how you thought it should happen. But then we have a lot of stop hunts and everything like that too. A lot of videos you will watch will tell you to put your stop loss right behind where you bought on the fib line, and I don't recommend that. Cryptocurrency is not like traditional assets and stocks and bonds and all that. Way more volatile. So definitely put your stop. I recommend putting it a little bit deeper. It never hurts to do that. But you can pull it like this, or you could just come up here to the indicators and pull out your handy dandy DCA fib, and bam, pops it right up on there for you. And basically what this is showing is we are swinging from low to high, because technically we're still in an uptrend. If you go back to, let me see here, yeah, these are your extension numbers down here. This is on your 1 day, pulled from the low to the high. And as you can see, 786 we bounced off for resistance. The 618 we used as support. Halfway retracement, which is your 0.5. Looks like we used it for resistance. So this will definitely, it'll put it on there for you. There's no guesswork. And how you can trade this with the RSI. So when we came down here and we was bouncing off of this 618 fib line, you come straight down onto your RSI and you see that we were right in the middle there at 50. So I kind of probably would have sat on my hands here. You could have caught this big dump. But when we came down and actually started testing the 786, you seen that we got to the oversold area. And when we did, you could have put your buy position down here. You could even went halfway. And sometimes that happens. It'll go in between. And if it does go into the in between, you could have put your buy in here and your stop loss right below the 786 line. That will work sometimes, but like I said, sometimes we get the stop hunts and stuff that will come down. If they know a ton of traders are right there buying in that same spot, they're going to drop it just a little bit more to get your stop loss tag, put you out of the position, and then it takes off right back the way you planned on it. Or you are looking at a certain fib line, you're looking at the 382, and it comes back to the 382 and keeps going past the 382 and it comes down to the 5. Like right here, you're saying, okay, it's going to respect this as support, I'm going to buy, and then it just keeps on going, and this was actually a reversal. That would have been a reversal trade right there. And that's the big thing too. You have to make sure that you're getting confirmation. If you're looking at these fib lines as support and resistance and they all line up, if you look left at the market structure, and remember we're trading the trend. So if you're looking left at the market structure, you can see that our 618 line is right there at this is old resistance, which turns into new support all the way through. You can see it was, but then we broke. So a lot of guys could have been saying, okay, we're looking over here now. We look back to the left at the market structure. We see that we have old resistance over here. But then we come over here, and now we're using it as support, and we're testing. And you're like, okay, I'm going to buy right here at the 618. As you can see, no. It was a reversal, and we kept on dumping. And this is when we had the market crash and all that stuff. So what I like to do is if I'm looking at the 618, I wait till we bounce off of it. We come down, we tag it. If we tag it, I will wait for one candle to close the opposite direction, and then I know it's safe to order. Then you could put a marker order, just a little bit above it, wherever that next candle closes. But you have to have some kind of confirmation. You can either do the one candle close like I do, or you can use the RSI, and I use this too. As you can see here, we came all the way down and hit this 1.618 line, and we were in the oversold area, so this would have been a good buy. You could have bought that, and we could very well, let's take that off of there. Downtrends, you would pull low to your high. Or no, that's your uptrend. Your uptrend, you're going from your swing low to your swing high. So your 2.236 is support. As you can see, you got support over here on your left. This is old support, became new resistance, became old support. Now we're looking for new resistances. So this will be one line, your 236, your 382. We look over here. We have old support, new resistance. It should be coming back into, it'll be resistance again. Your 5, and it's lining right up with old support, which will be new resistance right at the 7,000 level. So basically, guys, if you can come over here and you can put every single support and resistance like we just showed on there, you will be able to use your fib lines a lot easier, to even not use them at all. I mean, they all line up. See how all those line up? And that's how you'll know too if you drew everything right. If your stuff's not lining up on the chart, then you didn't draw something right. You missed a candle or something. See how all those everything lines up with the numbers, and your important 3 are right here in the middle. We tend to come back to them areas a lot on the retracement side of things. We'll pull it again in a couple different spots. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Or no, let's go to the 4 hour. So we are in an uptrend. So we will pull top, swing low to swing high. And as you can see, the 382 is got your old support here, new resistance, old support, new resistance over here. So these are ways that you can find where to put your entries. And without even using the fib extension, you can kind of plot out your exits in a way. Just look at your resistances all the way up. Yesterday when we let that signal out before the big run here, I took profit at 5,200. I took it way too early. I'm not scared to take my money and run, guys. Sometimes you just have to do that, especially when the market is in the phase that it's in right now. Very hard to predict what's going to happen with these violent price swings. So I took my money and run, but I did tell everybody, it probably will pump, and if so, great. Let your winners ride and cut your losers quick type thing. So, congratulations to the guys who took that trade yesterday and they let it ride, because they had killer profits this morning for sure. And when we do that, anytime that I post a signal and we start winning, I will post every time I move that stop loss. I will inch it up. As we start moving up, I will inch it up. I don't put it too tight. I don't do that. I still like to have a little bit of breathing room, but if I notice that we are starting to lose steam and we could have a big retracement, then I will go ahead and tighten the stop up on it pretty close to secure maximum profit that I can get. I think the trade last night, we'll go back and look, but you would have had a couple 100% gain, I think, on 25x if you would have taken the trade. So pretty easy stuff. Let's go show you in a downtrend market how you can pull it. If we'll keep going, nope, I think it'll give me more. Let's see if it'll work here. Swing high, swing low. Move this down here. So we were at your 382 right here. You notice that we're using this as resistance all the way across the board, because here we were support. So now we will be resistance. Again, guys, make sure you're always checking the market structure to your left. It's going to tell you the story. It will shoot a line right across there, and it's going to tell you exactly what is going on. So by doing that, you could have very easily came right over here when we tested it, when we had this retracement. We was coming down, retraced back, and what we did, if you had your RSI on, you would have seen, bam, we were right there at the oversold. You could have taken that trade, put your sell in there, and see how it just went past a little bit. Could have put your stop right up in there, a little more than halfway, and you'd have been okay. A lot of people that teach trading and stuff and teach Fibonacci, they're gonna tell you to put it right above there, and if you do that, you're gonna get knocked out every single time. You got to go deeper when trading crypto markets. This might work a little bit better, in the stocks and bonds and forex and stuff like that, but for crypto, you got to have a deeper stop, guys. It just will not work with the market manipulation and stuff that we have in this space. You will get knocked out every single time. And trust me, you will get your whole account chewed up by fees, and that is never no good. So we tested here. You could have put your sell in. We came back down. We retraced. Boom, and tested again, but stop. Because if you would have put your trade in there, if you would have went to go put a sell in there, you would have got effed. Because this was a reversal, and you have to watch that. Fibonacci's you can use to find reversals, but you need to learn how to use the Fib extension tool to do all that. So we won't go there, but you have to make sure that it is not a reversal. That's why you would have waited for at least a candle to confirm that we were going to keep going back down the other way. We were going to retrace, test, and go, but we didn't. So we kept on going, and we tested the point. What the heck is that? I can't see it. 0.618. We tested the 0.618. Okay, and that's just the resistance up here, and it's lining right up perfect, as you can see here. So if you would have waited, and it's tricky because yes, we were oversold, but confirmation, you wouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, that's tricky, guys. I mean, you kind of would have got screwed because it did have a candle come down the other way. So I mean, your stop would have saved you there, and you could have reset once we got up here by the 618 and tested it, because then we were really deep in the oversold, and then you could actually made your sell there, come back down, tested the 382 again, oversold area just about, put your sell, and each time we tested that, you could have just wrote it down, tested it here again. We were way up in the oversold as soon as we tested it, so you could have put your sell there. I'm looking for the oversold line on the RSI as you line it up with your fib levels. Really helps, and it cuts the chances of losing trade down a lot to where if you were just going in blind. So if the RSI is floating around in the middle, you're stuck at 50, don't enter the trade, just kind of wait it out. This is a patience game, guys. You can't willy-nilly go all in. We've had a ton of new guys come into the Discord here in the last few weeks, and they're all gung-ho and excited, and I understand that. I was the same way. I was, it's addicting. You see how fast and how much money you can make and in a very short period of time, and with shitty risk management and not knowing what you're doing, you're going to lose it within, 2 to 3 trades. And so there's going to be rules that I'll be posting for trades. It'll just be like a little checklist that I would go by. If you don't have a checklist, Presto Crypto said it the best. He's been giving all kinds of good advice as far as trading and stuff like that of what he's doing. He's got post-it notes everywhere. He's got a dry erase board. He's got a checklist on there. If it doesn't meet the checklist, then he doesn't enter the trade. And then we have guys that are the complete opposite. They are excited, and they go all in and go 100x, no stop loss, and risk their whole wallet and get freaking wrecked. I mean wrecked every time. And then they're just pissing and moaning, and I understand it sucks losing trades. It sucks when you make a big boo-boo and you lose a big chunk of money. I've been there. I've done it, guys. That's why I make these videos. You guys know that. For you new people, I know from experience, from bumps and bruises. So what I'm telling you is legitimate. Seriously, if you really, really listen to what I'm telling you, you will be a lot profitable than going in all crazy. And you wouldn't believe how many YouTube guys are out there that teach technical analysis, that teach different things with trading, and are teaching the wrong thing, teaching you how to set it up wrong. And so you really got to pick and choose who you watch. I don't want to name any names, but definitely keep an eye on that, guys. You don't want to be listening to the wrong guy, putting your tools on there the wrong way. And it brings me to my another point, that the Fibonacci tool is not some magic wand. Okay, guys, it will not magically do anything for you. It will not magically say, hey, we're retracing to here no matter what. It's just giving you a general idea, and with another indicator like the RSI being combined with it will make it a lot more easier to use. You'll have a little bit more behind you as far as deciding when to enter and exit a trade. Let's look at something else. Let's check out Litecoin. Okay, so Litecoin. Get our fib. We're going to go from the low high, or the swing low, to the swing high. It's kind of hard to overall. You got to kind of look at the overall trend. So if the overall, like on the daily, we're moving up, then you should probably be pulling from your low to your high. If we're in an obvious downtrend on your higher time frames, then pull from your high to your low. As you can see here, your 0.5 retrace, that's one of your key lines to be watching for. 618 looks like we used it as support a couple times, and it won't let me scroll in anymore on the 1 hour. Smallest I can make it, guys. So if we look here, we got support turns into new resistance. So definitely can bet that we're going to be bouncing off of this, and probably our next key level to be looking for is a 618. So if we come up and we hit the 618, if we don't bust through it and we confirm that we're going to go the other way, I'd be putting my sell right here at the $47, $47 mark on that. And if it does break through and it keeps on going, just watch every one of them. We're about in the middle at the 50 on the RSI right now on the 1 hour chart for Litecoin. So it just depends, if we get up here, like right here when we tested, we were in the oversold. So that would have been a good sell right there. You could have sold that and took your profit. Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum all kind of got this same little giddy right here. Look like an upside down Bart or an upside down Batman. Chris, you'll like that. Draw you a Batman here. Maybe that's what it'll be. We kind of had it right over here. Chris, he's notorious for drawing the crazy drawings in the candles. I'm surprised we haven't got a crazy Batman or something yet from him, but all in due time. So the Fibonacci, guys, is really not as hard. A lot of people might make it seem very complicated. You get into how everything is calculated and stuff like that, you'll give yourself a headache for sure. That's why I didn't say anything about it. I do know it was made back in the 13th century by, what's his name? Leonardo Fibonacci. He was a mathematician. And this is the thing he came up with. I guess I could show you a little bit of the fib extension tool. Now the fib extension, same thing, you would pull from your swing low to your swing high, back to your swing low. And then this, if you were going too long, this is where you would be putting your take profits. So we got over here, we got some resistance, lines up with 0.5 retrace. So that would be a good one, your 382. It's got a bit of resistance right here, so that would be an area to be looking for on a take profit. But that's if you bounce and you keep going, okay? And then this fib extension tool, it works the same way. If we were in a downtrend, you could go swing high, pull down to your swing low. Yeah, back to your swing high. And then this will, everything lines up for 618. You would be looking for take profit 382, lining right up there on support. So there's several different ways to use it, and if you guys come over here and look in the fib section, there are tons of them. There's the trend-based fib extension, that's the one we just used. Your fib retracement, this is your simple one where you can just go from your swing high to your swing low on your downtrends, or vice versa. If you're in an uptrend, you want to go from your swing low and pull it up to your swing high. You have fib speed resistance fan, fib time zone, trend based fib time, fib circles, fib spiral, fib speed resistance arcs. And guys, none of these I've ever used, so I don't know how to use them. Maybe something we can do, learn how to use them. Maybe you go to your swing low to your swing high with this, we'll say. Swing low, swing high. Got your 0.5. Yeah, see, I don't know how it works. One day maybe we'll learn that. As of right now, the strategies that I use, they work for me. No sense in throwing them away and finding new ones. And talking to my new traders when I say this too, and a lot of this stuff I'm referring to you guys, but don't get an indicator and use it for a day or two and decide that it doesn't work anymore and throw it away. I know that when you first start out, you will get an indicator and you'll start using it. You'll learn how to use it a little bit, or think you know how to use it, and you might make a couple profitable trades, and then all of a sudden it starts dying out on you, and then you start losing, and you think, well, it's because this indicator's junk, or it just isn't working. And you have to have patience, guys, and you got to build a strategy. I don't know how many times I can say it, beat it into your heads with risk management. How I trade, if I'm risking one, I want two back. So I try to do that every time that I enter a trade. And every time that I do enter a trade, guys, I always assume that I lose it. So that way there's no emotion. If I do lose it, I lose it. And if I make a win, then then hell yeah. I had a guy ask the other day in the Discord, what does a profitable trader look like? And a profitable trader is, they lose. They lose all the time, but their losses are very small and their wins are very big. Their wins definitely outweigh the losses. Let's go over here and go into I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes here in the DCA with your trading. Show you what we've been up to in here. This is I post in here. This is where everybody that is in the Patreon group, this is what you will get to see that everybody else in the regular trading with the view area doesn't get to see. I'm not posting stuff in here for these guys to see like I am for everybody else. Like there I posted one where I had 1,811.89% trade. That was when BitMEX or Bybit and everything was going all crazy. I actually did the trade on my PC, and then their exchange froze up, and I had to get on my cell phone and exit out of the trade. They screwed me once at the very beginning of the dump. A couple days before this, I was up 500%. They froze up. I could not get out, and didn't know why. I didn't think to grab the cell phone and get out. I just I didn't register. But I watched that trade go to zero because couldn't do nothing. As soon as I entered, everything went crazy and froze up, and nobody could get out of nothing. So go back here. I'll show you guys the signals that I put. I shorted at 5,100. I took profit at 459%, which was pretty good. And as you can see, I said here I moved my stop and profit. We could really still pump. And then later on, this was my overall outlook, because I'm a scalp trader, so most of the stuff in here is like very short term, 1 hour time frames. If you're not sitting in by your computer or got your phone on you, where you can get my my signals or my messages, you're probably not going to get in the trade. And if you do join the Patreon and you are late to a trade, just sit out, wait for the next one. Don't come in an hour late and try to jump in there. You'll kill yourself. So sit out, wait, be patient. There'll be another trade. It'll come back around. But here's where what I was calling for my absolute low worst case scenario. Where did I say it? Oh, okay, right here. Yesterday it was at, it was around 5,000 where I said go long. This is a picture I'd drawn a day or so before of the zigzag, and I just cloned that yellow line and I moved it over. And anytime we get these real sharp V bottoms like that, we usually do have real nice pumps after. So when I seen this, I kind of assumed that we were going to get ready and have a nice big pump. And so I went ahead and put the signal going long, and it was at the 5,000 area. We went long there, and I said I'm looking to take my profits at 5,200. These are just scalp trades. Moved my stop break to even. It was looking like it was getting ready to break down. I was in profit at 244%. I ended up dumping half my position at the 318%. And then shortly after, we hit the 5,200 mark and took out the other half of my position. And if she keeps pumping, great. And that's exactly what she did. She just kept on pumping. And for the guys that let their winners ride like you're supposed to, congratulations. For anybody who just took their money and run, congratulations too, because you never know. But yeah, that's kind of the inside of what the DCA we're trading is. My tier in the DCA Adventure Discord. You come to my Discord, the Crypto Mentors, and I will show you the scalp signal premium. Now Astro Park, he does a lot of swing signals, short term, mid term, long term signals. He has his bot going. It gives scalp signals all the time. And here is also where I put in trades. Scroll up here, look at some of them. I mean, we're just killing it in here. Let's take a look down here at the signal results. Just for $1 a day, you can join this Discord. This will put you in the premium channel. You'll get all the signals, all the scalp signals, long, short, midterm, whatever. You'll get access to any of Astro Park scripts. You will get access to the Crypto Mentor scripts and any of the new updates that we have. There's like 100, 150 people in here right now. But we have all kinds of different stuff going on. Here was a long for ETH that Astro Park signaled. He used 80% of his portfolio. It ended up being a good trade. I had a 40% with 5x on Ethereum. Pretty good trade. Open short position. Looks like forming a doji. Still time to jump in. I'm in at 8,400. I profited out at 307.83. Yep, here's another good one that Astro got. 25% profit. 137% profit here. Open small, low leverage long, 71.30. Got out with 144% profit. There's one for 300%. There's one for 100%. One for 90%. 20. So, you guys were kicking ass in here. Get in here. You want to learn trading. You want to learn patience. This is definitely a place to come. I'll try to get you right for sure. We don't like to go all willy-nilly and let the new guys go in blind. If you guys don't want to follow what we're recommending, then by all means, that's on you. But please don't be in the Discords crying about it because you didn't take recommendations that you should have. I mean, we're not telling you guys to do this stuff because we don't know what's going on. I mean, I lost a lot of money and got a lot of bumps and bruises to learn how to trade, and learn what not to do. And I learn every day. I'm no guru trader by any means at all. But when I do enter a trade, my percentages are pretty high that I'm going to profit. I've been doing pretty good with the losers. And if I do lose, I'm quick to cut my loss. And I'll tell you guys, if I put a signal out said to go long and something happens and we end up going short and we dump, then I'll take it on the chin. I'll get in there. I'll say, guys, I screwed up. Go short, flip it around. This is a little bit of our backdoor action here. We got a premium chat. We got videos. This is all the videos and stuff that I've done for DCA Adventure. Got our general chat. And we got a trading tips and trick channel. This is a good channel. In the Discord, you can go in here, and there's all kinds of different stuff that I post in here, different patterns, different stuff to look at, different candles, BitMEX fee chart. And I don't ever recommend trading on BitMEX ever. Trade on Bybit. I'm announcing a newer exchange I'm trading on. I'm trying it out right now to see if I like it before I go ahead and start telling everybody I'm using it. But be on the lookout for that. Bybit's whole motto is, oh, we don't overload and stuff like ButMEX. Well, yeah, you guys do. He did it to me like 3 times during the madness of the market crashes. But yeah, there's all kinds of good stuff in here. And we got a lot of good guys in here giving good content. So get in here, and a lot of these guys will be able to help you if I'm not around. We got this guy Nefarious up here. He's always posting good stuff. He was a winner of the script last week. But yeah, guys, the links to all the Discords, Family Mine, DCA Adventure, Crypto Mentors, Doge World Apparel Insiders, all those will be down in the bottom. Link to Bybit will be in the bottom also as well, guys, if you could. Sign up there if you want access to DCA script. Deposit $100. DM me, let me know. I need your UID number. Look it up to confirm, and we can turn that on for you. But before we close down, let's look at Bitcoin real quick here on Bybit perpetual contract. And see what I am looking at. Indicators, we will use DCA oscillator upgraded, DCA power tool upgraded, and then better put some moving averages on there. Now, these moving averages I'm using, if you're trading on a lower time frame like the 1 hour, you can use the 25, 26, the 5. You can make them even faster. Moving averages, use the lower numbered ones. Those are faster. They don't calculate as much data. Closing average prices. Use them for smaller time frames, and you can actually trade the crosses and stuff just like we do with the bigger ones. This is the new upgraded DCA script. As you can see, I got the buy and sell signals put on the candle overlay. It does look a little crazy right now. Let me just shrink that down. I want to go back to the 1 day anyways. Alright guys, as you can see, we got Death Cross about to happen right here. And I've been screaming this to everybody for the last 2 weeks. This happened back in 2015. We did have a golden cross, faked us out, came back down, Death Crossed us. We dumped a little bit, and we consolidated for a few months after, and then we ended up having the real golden cross and blast off to the moon. You can see down here on the DCA script that the money flow index wave has really went down. This is not a good sign, guys. Yes, we are in the oversold area with the momentum waves and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean shit. Lows can always go lower, highs can always go higher. So just because we're in the oversold does not mean anything. Doesn't mean, oh shit, we're gonna right back up, because it's not what it means. We could definitely keep dumping. Keep an eye for the guys that have this script. Keep an eye on this wave. if this thing flips to red and you keep see it pointing down, dude, we are dumping. I do believe that we are going to dump anyway. Once this death cross happens, I think it's going to go right back down to here. I think we'll test the 5,000, maybe even the 3,200 area is the lowest I'm calling. Down here is a very good area of support around. We'll just go ahead and put a box around it. So from here, this area right here, so from 3255 to the 4,000 area on the Bybit chart on the daily, that's looking like good support there. Now, if you're trying to buy for personal bags, maybe look at a Coinbase chart or wherever it is that you're buying from, if you can get a chart, and see where their low is. I think on Coinbase I have a little bit of money down there to buy at the 3,200 area. I honestly think that once we get these death crosses here, guys, shit's going to go crazy. You can see we had a death cross up here. It's when the faster moving average crosses over one of the slower moving averages, and vice versa for the golden cross. The slower moving or the faster moving average crosses over the slower ones, over above them. So your 50 crossed above them here, and we rocketed, all right, and then we crossed it, went back under the 100 here, so we death crossed there and dumped, and then we death crossed here and dumped. We golden crossed here, and we pumped. Golden crossed here, we pumped. So keep an eye on these guys. Even if, once that 50 goes under there, if the 200 goes under the 100, it's going to be blood in the streets for sure. For sure. So I'm going to be playing the in-betweens until then. Major area of resistance right now, we're going to start testing, would be the 63 to 7,000 area. Let's say. Yeah, right there's the first little bit of resistance there. It looks like we got 5,000 support. It's looking like as of right now, and I'm looking left on the market structure, you guys, for all this. You can look left and it's going to tell you the story. So we did have some old support here, and it is valid right here so far. And that's not a very big support. Okay, so that could very well easily be busted, and that's what I think is going to happen with the death crosses. I think that we will bust back down into this lower area, and then hopefully we just do a little jog around in here, a little bit, and then we golden cross, take off. And I did say around July, September sometime in my last video when I talked about this. So it's just something to keep your eyes on, guys. Definitely could happen. Dang it. That being said, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I hope everybody's doing well. I know everything's been crazy the last couple weeks. Just make sure you guys are staying inside, staying away from people if you don't have to be around people. I know a lot of us still got to work. Just definitely take the proper measures in protecting yourself. Without you, your loved ones are going to be screwed. Just like in my situation, if something would happen to me, my wife and kids are they're not going to be in a good place. So definitely been doing stuff here and there to try to make things to where things can be better for them if something would happen. Well, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and smash them like buttons for me. I'd appreciate it, and we will see you next Wednesday.